with an actor who has starred in some huge hits over her 20-year career. Paula Patton made her acting debut in Will Smith's 2005 film, Hitch.
Oh, yeah. Then she went on to star in the Academy Award-winning film Precious and got in on the action in the blockbuster movie Mission Impossible: Ghost Protocol.
Now Paula is taking on a powerful role in the new movie Finding Faith. She plays Faith, a loving wife whose life is struck by tragedy.
You guys and your God.
We have to have faith. But that comes from deep within. We can't give that to you.
I'm not asking for it. Okay, Henry? Now, thank you guys for having Bryson for the summer, but now he's gonna be here. So thank you very much. You guys can leave.
Mom,
What?
I love you. I just can't be here right now.
What do you mean? No, don't take my son. Don't you take my son. Hold on. He's all I got. He's all I got. Get off of me. Wait, I'm gonna be better. Listen to me. I'm better. I promise. Don't take my son.
Paula, good morning.
Good morning.
So
I cry just watching that.
I know.
Oh, gosh.
You know, I was crying in the first 30 seconds of watching this movie because it's so rare that you can combine a thriller with a romantic comedy. I mean, it really has everything. So set up the film for us and tell us about Faith.
Yes, well, Finding Faith is about a woman named Faith who, her life is like everyone's. Life is lifing. She has her challenges, but then tragedy strikes and it sends her on a downward spiral. And it's about her finding her way back from the bottom and how she does it through faith and through friends. And yeah, that's the journey. And the journey does it. It feels like a thriller, but there's also a romantic comedy element to it. So, you know, it's meant to be entertaining, but also open your heart and your mind, you know?
You say the day this role came in was a testament to your own faith. How so?
It was. So I had been dealing with challenging events in my life, right? And I had stress and I had anxiety, and I've always dealt with anxiety. You know, I should say. But on this particular day, I woke up in the morning and I did my meditation and I did my prayer, and I just said, I don't want to feel like this anymore.
Right.
I'm tired of feeling like this.
Manifesting.
And I just said, God, please, you take it. And I'm just gonna walk, and I just said for 1 week, like everything's working out in my favor, that there's nothing to worry about. And I did it, and I felt this peace wash over me. And I was just light on my feet, going about my day. It was wonderful. And then I got back home and I got a phone call from my friend and neighbor, Charles Porter, and he said, Paula, I have a script for you. It's written by Lasriel Lizen, who was also our director, and it's called Finding Faith.
Wow.
I said, wait. Tell me the title, and he's like, it's called Finding Faith. And I just dropped the phone. I thought, this is unbelievable. How on this day? But I knew that was God. I knew that was the universe talking to me. That
I love that.
it's time.
You and this character, Faith, there are some parallels between the character and the real life. And you've been so brave in being so open about your journey with addiction, and now you're 7 years sober, totally thriving. But I imagine that's difficult to go back to try to put yourself in that mindset. What was that like, and what's it like to share a film where you say it's about opening up your heart to something like this?
Yes. Well, I think because it came on that day the way it did, and then when I read it, it was about a woman dealing with addiction, and a lot of things mirrored my life, and I thought, how can I not be honest about what I've been experiencing? That 7 years ago I got sober. I know what it is to be in chaos and find your way out. But going back and having to play being inebriated when I hadn't been inebriated for 7 years, I was like, how am I going to do that? And it was kind of scary. And I called people I knew during that time. I was like, can you remind me how I was? And, and I like listened to the music that I would listen to at the time. And then there was a young woman who had recently gotten sober, and she helped me remember that mindset. And it's kind of a victim mindset. You know, like, why is all this bad happening to me? And you don't trust anyway. So I went back, and it was scary. I was scared. But then something happened. I was able to forgive myself. What I had realized that I'd been doing all this work, but I kept being like, if you hadn't done that, why'd you do that? Oh, Paula. And you have nightmares, and you just like, it was just tough, you know? And suddenly, playing it again, I was able to give myself grace. And just say, you were doing the best you could at the time. You didn't know any better. And so now you do. Now you do better, and it's okay.
And wow, so powerful. And speaking of, you have a teenage son, another parallel.
Yes.
And so I know you recently went to Iceland, but what was it like? I mean, we saw that opening shot with an emotional. It must have been very hard for you in that way too.
I mean, my son, he's my best friend. Listen, so when I got sober, it just changed my life. He and our neighbor Ivory, they were my two best friends, and I got to live life again like a kid through him and her, and it gives you all the reasons to like want to live.
Yeah,
you know.
Iceland, I've been there. It's so incredible, right?
You can't help but feel God in Iceland because it's all these extremes,
I love that
right? It's cold, but then there's hot steam coming from the earth. My son and I, we went on a hike at 11 p.m. because it's still sunny. We got to the top of the hike and there was a hot stream of water we got in and bathed in.
Oh, that's
like,
incredible.
where can you do that? It's insane.
Well, everyone should see this film. It's so beautiful. And thank you for being here and for sharing so much. And Finding Faith premieres this Saturday on Lifetime, a must-see.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.